So this is the systems overview, one place to go look and see what's going on in your whole environment. It's obvious that managing multiple sites, 2, 3, 5, hundreds, thousands, this becomes quite handy because now you have a very easy way to get a very quick glimpse into what's happening. Are any of my VSAs offline? Do any of them have some weird error messages or warnings going on? How do I go make sure that things are running smoothly? We'll also track length of time that a VSA has been up without downtime. This is a live system in our lab, so it's not real world. This is showing 1 month. I know we have customers that have VSAs that have been running for 1 or 2 years without any downtimes. This will show your uptime statistics. So with a quick glance, you'll be able to see if any of your VSAs are not at the latest firmware levels, and you'll see on the next screen that you can actually update the firmware right here from Edge Control as well. And we track support types and license types as well. So that's the dashboard, what we call it. The users, so this is where the role management comes in. As the first admin, you would have admin control, and then you can just add as many users as you'd like. And the different roles we've set up is they can view, they can modify, or they can have full admin control like you do. And these are obviously changeable by the admins. You can delete, change people anytime you want, but we do have a role-based access control set up here. So here's where kind of the real work and the real fun begins. So this is where now you can start to go into the details that you need. So this is running in a VMware environment. So what you can see here is information about the VSA itself. So this one here that I'm clicking on is in a normal state. And now you can dive in and start to see any information you might need or want about the setup, status, how long ago you started it, firmware level that it's on. This is our software license key. You can see the network settings. And here, since we're on VMware, you can see the details about the VMware data stores. So you can see total capacity and free space and the version. This screen, this portion of the screen will only work in a VMware environment today. We have plans to do this with Hyper-V and KVM over time, but since VMware is primarily the biggest market share, we went for them first. So you get a little bit more information in a VMware environment, but everything else that I'm talking about on the demo works on all the hypervisors. This is the only area that the VMware integration that we've done allows us to pull information from your VMware environment and present it here. So this is more on the status front and monitoring. And then if you go to configuration, here's where you can start to do things. Here's where you can start to manage. And of course, we have a roadmap to add more management functionality over time. This is version 1.0 of the product. It's quite functional. It's quite robust, but we do have ideas how to do even more. But the management that we're doing here, that we're enabling, is if you ever need to reconnect to the license server for a new license key, if your license expires, or convert from a free trial to a paid version, you can edit and update DNS servers, NTP servers. You can change the password to the VSA. Here's where you can upgrade firmware. So if there was a new firmware version available, you can do an update right from Edge Control. You don't have to go to another tool to do that. You can see VMware credentials. You can set up syslog servers, and you can set up or change your email notifications from the VSA to your team. We've added some management capabilities in here for you as well. Okay, this one doesn't have status. I was going to show you a different one. So we purposely failed, or we purposely created an error on one of them. So you can see that this VSA does have an error, and you can go in and see what's happening, what the error messages are, but you can actually see all the error messages and take action if you need to. So the other thing that we did, so this is a general list of all of your VSAs. If you have 20, like is here, it's not too bad in terms of managing and finding, but once you get to 50 or 100, we do have customers with thousands of nodes. What we've done to make it easier to navigate is we just made each of these columns super flexible. So you can sort, you can pin them, you can filter, you can search. So if you're a large customer, if you want to search for store number 126 and go find the VSAs, we've just made this list view, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. We've just made it super easy to navigate to and find out what you need to do. And then the other thing I wanted to point out is that if you do have an error and you do need to go deeper, or if you need to make a configuration change, if you want to add a RAID group, if you want to extend a RAID group, if you want to create more targets, if you've added more storage recently, if you need to get to the storage management tool, then we've made it easy to get there. So this is the management IP address, and you would just click there, and and wind up here. Now this is the tool that for our current customers, you've probably used this once or twice. And this is where you can go get more information and go even deeper into the storage management components of the VSA itself. You can change targets, initiators. You can go deeper into events in this view. So we've just made it easier to navigate. I'm pretty sure that many of our customers that have lots of sites have these management IP addresses in a spreadsheet somewhere, and they have to map and go, yes, location 126 is down. I got to go copy this IP address into a browser and get in there. We've just made managing SVSAN a lot easier for our customers with multiple sites. Another comment I wanted to make is that from talking to some end users that have been using this product, we've had it in the hands of some users to get early feedback, finding that Hyper-V customers are absolutely thrilled because Microsoft doesn't have a corollary to a vCenter plugin that we can plug into. So managing SVSAN from a Microsoft environment is even more difficult than in VMware. So they're thrilled to be able to have this level of information, to have the dashboard. They can see all of their Hyper-V instances, and they can get all the same functionality. So from a Hyper-V perspective, it's even more interesting.